boys, what's going on? Yorkie here. Welcome back to episode number 2 of season number 2 here with Borussia Dortmund. And in today's episode, we're going to finish the transfer window. Now, we did a little bit of business last time out. We're going to go through it right now. I feel like we've done well because the whole point of this season is the evolution, right? After Jude Bellingham goes, after Guerrero goes, it's the evolution. Yes, we won the Champions League, but Porto won the Champions League. Did we see them getting unbelievably better? No, that's not how it works for certain sides, and Borussia Dortmund are one of those sides. So, you know, we're trying to do it realistically. We don't like the way we build it. You don't like the way we build it, but that's how we're going to do it here. That's the intriguing thing for me, to try something different, and that's what we're trying to do. So we're going with the youth movement. We're going with the youngsters like Borussia Dortmund would do. We brought back Gundogan though, so not so much in the youth movement, but it's a link that's there in real life, so I thought we'd do it. Now, he's not going to be the captain. I've seen the comments. It'll be Royce who will be the club captain, Brandt second, and then maybe either Kobel or Sula. I mean, both of them could do it. You can see Kobel here, 89 rated. The man's an absolute beast. Also brought in Alvarez. He's been linked to quite a few clubs. It looks like Ajax are going to have a little bit of a rejig in their team, and he's one of them that fit, and you guys really requested him. And, you know, the team is looking good. We brought in another young right back. Snender, I don't know. Pronunciation, they don't go hand in hand. But he looks decent. He's one for the future. Then, of course, we brought in Jude Bellingham's brother. I mean, I'd like to play him this season. That would be fun for the story arc, but it's a development story arc. So we're actually going to take Job and we're going to loan him out so he can start improving. We also brought in Farias. I think this is probably Haller's last season, so I thought I'd bring in Farias. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know if this goes beyond this season. It depends how much you guys like the experiment, and that will depend if we continue it. There is going to be a much more heavy sim element to this now, though. I will put that out there than there has been in the past. That first season, you know, we won everything, so I kind of want to see now more speedily how players are going to develop and whatnot. But I got scout reports now to wait for. But because you guys suggested loads of players, it means I gotta wait for the scout reports. That's the sad part about FIFA. I'm gonna wait on them, and then we're gonna take a look and see who we're gonna bring in. I think it'll be a right back. Still not very trusted. It's our weakest position. Yeah, we have a youngster. I'll give him game time this season. There's no doubt about that. But Wolf was good. I think it's time to upgrade that position. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and find a starting right back. And who knows? We might see another ex-Dortmund player join the team. But before any of that, if you're new to the channel, please smash subscribe. We're pushing our way towards 10,000. And we're not that far off, to be honest with you guys. This has been a pretty decent year. We tried to be as consistent as possible. I've even changed my job to put more time into YouTube, and I feel like it's paying off, and thank you very much, lads. Still getting those transfer bids in for Haller, this time from Roma. It's a much bigger bid because it's not a swap deal, but I haven't got any interest. I think if someone comes in with 65, 60, I guess we'd have to think about that because he's 29. I mean, Dortmund, would they turn down 60 million? Maybe not, especially when we've got the youth to push through behind him. But right now, you know, I want to keep him around. Before we do get any of the scout reports back, though, we are going to have this Leverkusen match, which I think I'm just basically going to go full strength. Well, as full strength as possible. Do you know what? I feel like starting De La Vega again. Not in that last game against PSG. That has to be rewarded. We'll bring in Ivan. Kirk is tired. I need to work on sharpness now, the second squad, and I need to work on signing a centre-back, actually. That's something we've slacked on. I really need another centre-back. I wonder if Ozcan would be adept at maybe playing centre-back. I don't know. I don't think he would be. Royce is fully recovered as well, by the way. He's not even going to make the bench for this one. I want to rest him, so we'll bring in Farias because I know he could probably play cam if needed. Leverkusen have a pretty good squad. They're always going to continue to develop because they've got such a young squad, so this could be a difficult game. As the seasons go on, they will get better and better in the Bundesliga. Also, I'm tidying up the office. We're cleaning out the office. We're going to be making some changes. I want some stuff in the back. Like, I see all those other guys. They got all the stuff. We need some of that, I think, at some point. So that's the backup chair. No one's going to be on that. If you see someone on that, then I'm dead. Hopefully, Almada can have the game of a life again. And I still feel like with the squad we've got, we could beat Leverkusen. I'm going to find him Marlon. Easily, Marlon with the shot. That was nearly a goal. Great play early. Put in a corner. Let's see what we could do. We got some height in this team. We're not going to win the header, but we will win the second ball. Out to De La Vega with a finesse. That might have gone in if he hadn't been blocked. Almada now switching feet perfectly. It's going to deflect into the back of the net. And Almada is on fire. I think he'll be getting a call up to the Argentinian squad very soon. He's really finding form here now for Borussia Dortmund. Oh, the mistake was made there. Daniel Marlon picks it up. We play it into Almada. And look at this from Thiago Almada. Can I go all the way? Thiago Almada for 2. Straight the goalkeeper. Again, just showing his running ability. Playing him at cam in that midfield is working out. La Vega. Hans Gundogan. Oh, Haller is so clever to find Donyell Malen, and what a save. Those two link up so well. That's another thing. Partnership is huge there. I wish there was a partnership system actually in FIFA. I would rate that. That could be an addition at some point. Honestly, I would love that. Like, you know, in FM, I'm going to make a video on this actually. Stuff that is in Football Manager that I wish was in FIFA. I mean, you could definitely do maybe a vice versa, but there's a lot, and links between players that play well together. That's a huge thing. I wish there was something like that in FIFA. You get like a little boost when they play together. It would kind of force you into these growing partnerships because, oh no, Holzek is in. Oh my God, we get a bit lucky there. But like with certain centre-backs, like centre-back partnerships is such a big thing for like improvement and knowing where someone is. And if we're playing a pretty tricky system, Haller! Oh my God, that should have been a goal. Kepper is pretty decent for Bayer Leverkusen. It's a pretty good signing. But yeah, anyway, with the links, I just think it would be something that would be really good. You know, you kind of get a boost and they understand the system. You're more likely to make a pass and stuff like that, like a tricky pass. I don't know. La Vega now, out from the corner. I'm loving these finesses at the minute. Why? Because even if it doesn't go in, look, there's a handball. This is a dangerous free kick position for Yorkie these days. Now, do we have somebody else that would be better at taking the free kick? Of course we do. It's Thiago Almada. I'm going to place it basically there. I'm going to hit it with a decent amount of power, and we're going to be screaming Almada's name. Oh, it hits the crossbar. Is that ball on? Donyell Malen, I found him. He's been brought down as Haller. He's holding his foot. I don't like it. Coates will get a yellow, and it looks like Sebastian Haller is injured. We're going to go for Farias. Hopefully this isn't a long injury, but it's going to turn out to be a good job that we signed Farias, because then we will have him. We'll also have Makoko, who will be the like-for-like replacement. It's going to be Almada again, obviously, over this one. To be fair, if he hits it with basically the same power, this goes in. And I've gone for basically the same power. It's too much of the goal. That's frustrating. Need to go through and change the numbers as well. Someone made a great suggestion for numbers like Gundogan getting number 8 like he had before, you know, so I love the suggestions for numbers. I'm not one of those guys. I don't really look at them, so you'll notice that I just don't notice it. I don't pick up on stuff like that, but if you guys do, I love that. I love that, and we'll definitely change numbers when people suggest them. One into Gundogan. Gonna try and play that one into De La Vega. De La Vega's so clever where Farias nearly gets his first goal. De La Vega, there's that one forward. Already spot Farias in an acre. Farias's touch is beautiful. Takes him away. Farias! Oh my God. He's going to be a special player. Would you believe it? I think they've signed Gonzalo Ramos, and they have. And we know from the Atletico Madrid career mode, if you don't know, go and watch it. But that man is a beast. We're going to make subs too. I think we've hit that point of the game where it's time for some subs. Gundogan is going to stay on. Caicedo is going to come on and swap with Gundogan, who could play the more advanced role. Donyell will come off. And I think I'll bring on Gio, because I do love Gio. I'm tempted not to use him as much in this side though, because we use him in the Blackburn one. There's a player on FIFA, like, I just love using him this year. I am a Gio Reyna enjoyer, that is for sure. That's a great corner in. I mean, we're just not winning any of these corner headers. Could Jonathan Tah be a centre-back option for us, as Gonzalo Ramos just absolutely destroys me, and he's going to make it 1-1. Leverkusen done nothing all game, but we didn't find that second goal, and you always leave the door wide open. Well, this will be one of the things this year. Let's see if these young lads now can push on and get back into it. Frimpong's been sent off, though. He's getting a straight red. I haven't seen a straight red in this game for ages, and Frimpong has just got himself one. Gio Reyna can break. He's still going. I'm going to use this run of Arieme to hold me the entire way, and then I'm going to slide it into Arieme. Oh, just tough angle. Should have gone for the chip. That was so nearly 2-1. That'll probably be it. That will be the last chance of this game, I reckon, unless we get a lot of time added on. But that's pretty rare in this year's game. You don't really ever often see 5 minutes or whatever. So we get 2 minutes. It's not a bad draw. Yeah, but it is a bad draw, really, because we dominated that. And then we just left ourselves wide open for one opportunity, and they made it 1-1. It's really good now that we signed Farias, because Sebastian Haller is going to be out for up to 3 months. That is a major injury to our superstar striker of last season. Now, I was looking at midfielders to sign, and I've landed on this one. I genuinely think Manu Kone could be great. Never got to use him, and as Bundesliga champions, I feel like this is the right move. Gladbach didn't even finish in a Champions League spot last season. As long as he's not too much, which I think 40 million isn't too bad, we're going to bring in the Frenchman. He'll add some depth there that we're definitely missing, because one injury in the center of the park and we're in trouble. And I'm just excited to get to use him at 22. think he's going to improve a lot. We're going to have to go back in for him, though, because apparently I've wasted his time at 30 million. I thought 30 million was a good starting point. Also, by the way, did anyone see the news? Naby Keita has signed for Werder Bremen. What happened with Naby Keita? Because the career has just dropped off quite massively. And although that negotiation failed, we will go back in for him, but I have decided who at least my first centre-back signing will be. There might be another one yet. I don't really plan on using Hummels this year, but I know who my first signing will be, and that is Josip Sutalo. Croatian players get on really well in the Bundesliga. In fact, it's quite a known destination for them, and I think he'll keep growing. I think he'll be 80 very quickly. I'm actually super excited to get to use him. We're going to start off at 23 million. That last negotiation stuck in my head a little bit. We'll remove the sell on here and just go for 32. I'm very happy with 32. Look at me trying to bargain with like 300 million in the transfer kitty. But we're going to ignore that there's 300 million there because we're not playing that way in this save. But yeah, 300 million in that transfer kitty. Now, hopefully I don't offend him with the wage. We're going to give him like 32,000. I'm going to give him a few 100,000 to pay on. But look at this. This is a great deal and he's going to take rotation. So he shouldn't get unhappy when he's not starting week in, week out. Just like that, Sutalo is signed. We can go back in for Kone though. Still waiting on some scout reports. We've got this game coming up against Frankfurt. We're going to play this again. They're one of the bigger sides. And of course, Gittens, our own player, will be playing against us. This is the 11. Big change. Obviously, I've decided that Makoko, for now, will be the starter since Haller's injury. Go on then, Makoko, making a run. Dagen can play a very good pass. Very versatile, good passer of the football. Daniel will get to that. And then he plays what I thought was going to be a fantastic passing behind. Just got a bit too much height on it. Gittens now. That is the ball to Muani. Rodrigo, what a save, Kobel. He's so good. Ooh, that's another good ball in behind, though. Good save again from Kobel. He's so good on this game. Dula. That one up to Brandt. Brandt wants to play it. Out to Wolf. And Wolf now, look at this. He's got a runner. It's Marlon. Oh, what's that? What was that for Marlon? Did he shoulder that? No, he does head it, but the ball was just a bit too much behind him. Oh, this is tight. We do really well with Dagen. Oh, it's worked out to Rodrigo, though. And we need Kobel to save us again. Frankfurt looking far the better side. We've signed Ruben Neves as well. So we are seeing what I expected in the second season here. The Bundesliga is vastly improving. Dagen then into Brandt. Brandt surely for 1-0. How's he not scored that? Back and forth so far. Daniel Marlon now finding space to fire off a shot. It's well blocked and we've started to get a bit more livelier. Frankfurt was so dominant at the start of this. The Wolf won that back and Brandt can run now. I need to utilise him as much as possible and this might be a good ball into Makoko. Oh, Tuta. Well defended, but Brandt steals it back. He's going to get a second opportunity. He's clever this time, though. He plays it forward, and that should be 1-0 Dortmund. It's Almada again. All of that was down to the hard work of Julian Brandt. Now, I haven't changed the squad numbers yet, because I just haven't had time. I need to kind of rush recording this video so that I can get it out there for you. So we'll do the squad numbers. They'll be set by the next episode. And I have forgot to change the captaincy. So as you'll know, Dagen is the captain for this game. We will change it. It will be Brandt in the future. Oh, they're starting to move the ball in behind nicely. Look at that for Benzabiani. Be able to play it down the line. Go on then, Almada. Make the run. Oh, that is beautiful from Daniel. That is beautiful. Almada lofts it over. Oh, my God. That must have been whiskers away. How close is Makoko to this, though? He's not actually that close, but it was a perfect ball in. Second half has been a really slow one, but I don't mind. As far as I'm concerned, 1-0 will do. I'd love a second, but I understand who I'm playing against. And Frankfurt are ridiculously good as Kula Moani's shot will be saved. This is a dangerous free kick to have Neves standing over. Surely he's going to try and pass it in, and Kobel will collect so easily. Great. Oh, well in Sula. Has he given a penalty for that? All I was doing was trying to jockey. That is infuriating. Can Kobel be my hero? Yes, he can again. Kobel is so good. One Almada pulls it back, spots Farias making a little run. Can he win it? Farias, it does win it. Just couldn't get it over the keeper. It wasn't comfortable, but a victory it is. As long as we could just squeeze by with these small victories, I will take them. I feel like we should have punished them more in certain opportunities, but Almada again starting this season on absolute fire. What's insane here is there are 3 of us on 4 points and 3 of us on 6. So this is how the league table stands at the minute, but it kind of shows you a little bit of maybe how difficult it could be this year with some of the sides improving. Bayern Munich, though, have already had a draw. Let's go in here and do the all-important thing. Let's give the captain's armband to Julian Brandt. Real now willing to pay big for Schlotterbeck. Of course, rejecting, we know he's not going, but we've got a great bid for Gio Reyna. As much as I want to keep him at the club, I feel like having the opportunity to develop De La Vega means Gio isn't going to play as much, but he's versatile. Right mid, left mid, cam. So I'm really struggling to decide on this one. I think we keep him for now. Not that I don't like him or I want to get rid of him. I just know I'm using him a lot at Blackburn, so it would be nice to use different players with Dortmund. So enough time has gone by to let us go back in for Manu Kone. The 30 million, I didn't think it was that disrespectful, but we've learned our lesson. I'm going to go in at 35 million. I'd be happy if we got a deal for him at 35 million. I mean, we've only just signed Alvarez, so we'll remove that. And let's go in at 39.4 million. I mean, it's not that much money to us, and I think he's going to improve in value massively. Also, wasn't that a different guy we negotiated with this time? I swear the last guy looked different. And after what seemed like a very, very easy wage negotiation, our wage bill here is not high in the slightest. Manu Kone is a Borussia Dortmund player. I did mention that I'd like to sign players from other Bundesliga sides because it feels like that's what the teams at the top do. And this is exactly what we've done here. He is just as good as Caicedo, but definitely offers us something differently to Caicedo in the offensive ranks. Now, I don't know if we're done there because I need some players under 20 that are going to have great potential, and Arda Güler could be that guy. We go in for him now? I don't know, but in the future, he could definitely be the guy for us. I think him and Enzo would be the players to go for because, again, he's under it. But I just don't know how good his potential actually is. I have a feeling it's not going to be very good on the game. He'll get a huge update next year, but this year I don't think it's that good. I'm a bit on the fence. And then we still, in my opinion, need to sign a right back. But matches have been rescheduled, which means Champions League football has been drawn. I've sorted out a lot more loans as well. I've put quite a few players up, and we put Jude Bellingham on the loan list like you guys recommended. The all-important Champions League group draw does see us against a side we've managed this year in Tottenham Hotspur. We're going to play against Lyon and Shakhtar. I feel like in terms of a Champions League group, this is, you know, it's winnable. I nearly said easy. But it's very winnable. I'm very happy with that draw. With our young side, that definitely fills me with confidence to go through to the knockout. It's Union Berlin next. We've got a very strong 11 out for this, but a little bit of rotation. Obviously, we're forced into it. Farias, De La Vega, Sutalo getting his first game. This will be a sim, the first sim of the season. Will it be kind to me? Of course it will. It's a 3-0 victory. Royce coming off the bench, fresh back from that injury. Bagging a goal, Daniel Mal and a Wolf. Again, I mean, we just can't count Wolf out. The biggest issue with Wolf, though, is he's not going to improve. So, though I'm getting good performances out of him, at 28, he's hit his ceiling. And that's worrying moving forward. We've already got +1 to Fresenda. So I think keep using him definitely is going to be important. Loans here for Kamara, Koulibaly, who I'm going to loan out, as well as Reader. I think he needs that loan out to improve. Now, there are a few players that we wanted to sign at right back, and there is several options here, but I think I've made my decision. What we're going to do for this season, at least the first half of season, up until January, is we're going to leave right back as it is. I'm going to give Wolf the starting position, and then behind him, I'm going to be playing for Sender. I'm going to give him the game time to see how much he improves with half a season. And then we'll determine if we want to keep Wolf or not, or bring in a new right back. I think having 3 right backs right now makes sense. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. But I would like 1 more centre back. And I really like the look of Soleil. He's very quick, which will be good for the press, but I'm not going to be able to go in for him because Granada have just signed him, so we'd have to pay the release clause. That has absolutely screwed me on who I wanted for centre-back. Now, Timber is still an option, but someone I think we wait on. We hold off on that one. Do you know what? I actually think we might go in with the squad we've got. I'm super tempted to sign Christian Pulisic, but I kind of want your guys' feedback. He has been suggested, but I mean, he wouldn't even be that steep, would he? He'd be bringing a big name back, and it just hasn't worked out for him at Chelsea, has he? Left mid, right wing, left wing. I mean, he'd be a superstar, but then what does that even mean for Gio Reyna? Is that less game time for him? Daniel Marlin's been so good. I genuinely don't think at this stage of the season, in this kind of career mode that we're trying to do, I would bring in Pulisic right now. I genuinely think we're going to rock with this squad half a season. Let's see how much these youngsters grow. Let's see how they perform. Let's see how they get on in the Champions League. We're going to give youth the opportunity, lads. We genuinely are. We're going to give youth the opportunity for at least the first half of the season. As we get into deadline day, I think there'll be no business for us, although we do have an offer for Ozcan, but I'm going to turn this down. Swap isn't even a good one, to be honest. I'd rather have Ozcan, and then all we're going to do here is just loan players out, and that'll probably be it for us. Because we made our big sales. We've got a huge budget. I want to take that into January. When you look at that budget, you might be thinking to yourself, why aren't you spending it? Why aren't you signing the best players in the world? You could do that, but I find it boring. I'm trying to do this semi-realistically in terms of building the team with a Dortmund philosophy, and that's exactly what we're doing. And it's a bit of an experiment as well. To win the Champions League, win the Bundesliga, still lose your best players like we saw sides like Porto do. We've also seen Borussia Dortmund reach the final in the Champions League and still lose some of their best players, and then see how we can build after that. And look at how young this squad is. Bellingham, 17. Makoko, 18. Presenda, 18. Kamara, 18. I mean, we got so much good youth all the way into the 20s. Like, look at this. The 21 and 22-year-olds. This team is stacked with young talent. That's exactly what we're trying to do here and what we're trying to achieve. No, I don't think we'll retain the Champions League. I'm going to be honest with you. That wasn't the point of this second season. Usually after you won the Champions League, there wouldn't be another season. But I thought this would be really fun and something different that I don't see get done often, and also I've never done before. Why we got to win our first Super Cup for the first time in any career mode. And I'm going to enjoy this. I'm really going to enjoy this. And if you guys are enjoying it, then make sure to smash that like button. That's it for me, boys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the transfer window. There is still deadline day, so I've left a little bit of time on the clock in case any of you guys can convince me to sign somebody else. But I think this is the squad we're going to rock it for at least half a season here in season number 2. Take care. I'll see you for the next one.